Okay, so I went to Walmart again. Swisstech Wurdig. So I don't know. This has been opened. It was actually opened by the store clerk. Now they never seem to want to let you do this, but I was like, man, I sure wish I could hold the knife and decide whether I want it or not. And so he's like, hold on. He grabbed his box cutter out and whacked her open, and I was able to check it out. And it was between this one and I can't remember what the other one, Relic, Ruin, I don't know. It was something. And I don't know. I'll probably wind up going back and getting that sucker at some point or another. I have to watch myself. Comes with a pouch. Comes with a lanyard loop string, in which this is probably not one of the knives I'll carry on a regular basis. But I'll probably carry it just, for a little bit just to see how it feels. So what I will likely do, or I may, once I do that, I may take and just try to come up with some kind of neat way of tying a lanyard and putting it on there just for, giggles. So this is a Swisstech Wurdig, and a little bit about it is titanium coated AUS 8 steel blade. I don't know anything about AUS 8, but that's the type of steel. Seems like these usually come with a little bit of, I don't know, the little black deal that it's in. It's like dust ends up on it. So thumb disc, back flipper, ceramic ball bearings, premium canvas micarta handle, reversible pocket clip. So let's do that. And what do you know? They told the truth. It is a reversible pocket clip. It is tip up carry, and it appears to have. I could be wrong, but I think is that T8? No, that's T6. T6. Okay, so it is T8 pivot screw, T6, everything else. I really don't like T6. But anyway, the handles are kind of sharp. They're not too sharp. They don't cut into your hand or anything, but normally I tell you I can't feel the pocket clip, but I can feel the pocket clip on this. And I can feel those edges, which they don't feel, super bad or nothing. But I had to get this one because of the red highlights. I thought that was pretty cool, that being that. Um, let's see. The pocket clip is not inset, but the screws are chamfered. They are inset. Pocket clip is a medium. Of course, like I said, it's got ceramic bearings. It is a liner lock. Um, and so your liner, it ceramic ball detent. Um, I don't know. It just seems there's sharp edges. That's got sharp edges to it, which doesn't bother me. But I mean, it's got some sharp edges to that. Looks like the micarta is pocketed, just a slight little bit to allow for that liner to disengage. So it appears the liners are coated with the same material that the blade is. So That is, what did it say, titanium? Yeah, titanium nitride or something like that. A lot of end mills are coated with that same stuff, so it should be an extremely durable coating, because I've taken titanium nitride coated end mills and cut steel, and the coating was still on there. And so I think that'd be a pretty good protectant. The blade, I don't feel, and with my callous fingers, I bet you wonder how I can feel a burr, but I can. It's more of a vibration that I can feel on my hand versus really feeling anything. But I don't feel a burr at all. Blade doesn't feel super sharp, but it is sharp. Uh, it's not really shaving sharp. Well, on the end, it's shaving sharp. So it's an uneven sharpening, in which we'll probably put this on the sharpening uh, uh, what is it, workforce precision adjustable sharpening set, which I haven't done a review on it, but I may not. I may just, show it, talk about it when I'm actually using it for the first time. Uh, these micarta handles almost seem to be plastic, but they are not. It is micarta. Could very much do with a light sanding, and I may do that. I may take these scales, pull them off, and kind of sand the edges to knock them down just a little bit to make it, just better for the hand. But even with this grip, I mean, that is digging into here, so I can feel that. I don't know why, but I can feel that pocket clip. It is definitely, I can feel it in my hand. So I think this would be a painful knife to use for an extended period of time. So anyway, uh, it's not easy, but I guess because it is a liner lock, you have to really get on that. It's not super hard, but you do have to press it. The blade is 3 inches long. Let's see. I've been buying so many used knives that I'm not getting a lot of details. Doesn't really say anything about the blade length that I can see anywhere. It is, let's see, blade length 3.1 inches. Blade steel osate, canvas micarta, liner locking, thumb flipper, thumb disc, titanium coated, 2.8 ounces, 7.3 inches overall, 3.1 inch blade, 0.45 blade thickness. Uh, and this thumb disc, I mean, it's nice. It looks cool. I like it, but you can't just use it. Well, I'll be darned. That's the first time I managed to make that happen. Uh, you don't flip up, or you can. I'll be darned. I think I may have loosened this up. Let me check something. No, blade's tight. I don't know. When I did this in the store, I couldn't do the thumb because it wouldn't open all the way. So maybe I just needed to work it, because I did, flip this open like this multiple times, probably 10, 15 times. And then I put it back in a package so I could wait and do this review. So I wasn't really, because I don't really want to be familiar with any of the knives. I want to do the review with me being unfamiliar with them, because I want you to see the true reaction. Uh, and kind of get an idea of how you're gonna see the knife, um, and possibly potentially respond to it. I don't know, uh, but I want you to see realistically what I'm reacting to and what I see. Uh, so I guess that's what it was. It just needed to be flipped about 10, 15, 20 times, to get that thumb, loosen it up enough so that thumb, you could flick it out there. And so I'm not having any problems with that thumb disc now. So I'm liking the knife even more. I got to be honest with you. It's light. It's got the colors. It's got the colors. So, and that ceramic ball detent is just like no resistance. I think it just needed some break-in. And so I'm really liking the knife. It's not, it comes up pretty close from my fat. My fingers are kind of hard. They're not really molding to stuff, I guess. If this right here had a deeper cutout, not a deeper cutout, but kind of rounded, that edge rounded more on both sides to do the left hand. See, I'm even flicking it with my left hand. And I don't know. Let's see something. Well, nope. Not gonna do it. I am not Spidey flicking this baby. So anyway, kind of like it. That's kind of a brown finish on the blade. And these liners are kind of brown, and this is kind of a earthy-ish kind of green. So I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if that's some kind of coating on the surface of the micarta to give me that impression of potentially being plastic or G10, but it's not. It's canvas micarta. So I think what I'm gonna do is I may tag on to this video because it's late at night. I'm tired. I've been editing videos on some other knife reviews, and so I'm not gonna do it tonight, but maybe tomorrow, which is Monday. I guess the first official day of my vacation. So, and this pocket clip, I don't know if it's the same coating, but it's the same color. So I may tomorrow take and pull these scales and kind of give them some what fors with some light sandpaper, kind of rounding these edges in here and through here. And I think what I'm going to do, I really do. I think I'm going to hit this with sandpaper, and then I'm going to dye these scales this brown color because I kind of think all brown would just be kind of cool. So anyway, we'll do that tomorrow. I think we will do that tomorrow. Interesting to see. I like the knife. I do. I like it more now than I did originally. It is with this thumb stud. It is, once you break it loose, you can roll it over. Now, if you wanted to roll this quietly, you'd have to get in here and hold that release. So you're not going to do a complete, you do a slow roll, but you won't be doing a quiet one. So the thumb flick, the reverse, not the reverse flick, but the finger flick and the disc works perfectly. Anyway, that's awesome. I like it. And I'm looking forward to it. It's in gripping the grip in my hand. I've got some sticking out here. You can see where I'm at there. You can reach forward of the pivot pin, but you really don't have anything to purchase on. You've got that disc that you can kind of try to lock your finger into, but I wouldn't try to use the knife like that, especially in any demanding fashion, because if you try to jug or whatever with it, you could potentially slide up onto that blade. That's not super sharp back here, but it's enough to cut you. Back here, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I can get my thumb forward to that thumb stud, or hold it back here, and we're fine. That is you could call that a sheep's foot, a modified sheep's foot, a drop point, uh, a modified spear point. You can call that blade all kind of things, but you got a nice length to it. The length of that blade, you can get a lot of use out of it, EDC, from cutting just whatever, and even slicing food on a cutting mat. You got a lot of potential with that blade, with that length. That 3-inch blade is good, and we've said down south, they don't care. you can you can have machine guns down here. Just pay the government extortion fee. So anyway, awesome. I'm looking forward to this little project tomorrow, and I don't think it's going to take very much involved in tearing it down, buffing it out. Uh, I'm just unsure about dyeing. I don't know if these are going to dye up very well, because I don't know if that's some kind of plasticky kind of coating on there or what. When I get to sanding it, I will be able to tell. And at worst case scenario, if I just sand these corners and edges down all the way around it, and that's the only thing that dyes, then I don't know. I may, you know what? If that's the case, and I may try to do that to where all these edges dye red. I don't know. We'll look at it. We'll check it out. I do believe these red highlights will pop pretty good against this black, this brown, if I can dye the whole scale. And also, if I dye that, if this is some kind of plastic coating, and I, chamfer these edges down, and that's all that dyes, I'll dye it red. So we will see. We'll check this out. When I pull these scales, I'll be able to look at the back and see if there's any difference, and probably just sand down the back, and that'll tell me whether there's some kind of a coating on there or not. So anyway, we are going to get together tomorrow and do some work with this, and we're going to see what we come up with. So with that said, you and me tomorrow. We'll see you then. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.